everyone, welcome to the series of SAT, that is reading and writing with me. I Shubha, your SAT mentor, keep on bringing some exercises for you. Today it's a day when we are going to practice the exercise on the hard level. Previously we have covered the exercise which were based on easy level, moderate level and the hard level is the today one. Now whenever I say you are preparing your strategy to prepare the questions, the practice questions on SAT must be like this, that you are able to get some kind of an ideas what kind of there is a difference which exists between the easy questions, moderate questions and hard questions. And this is a simulation which I am going to provide you in these questions. Now as I have already mentioned and I have given a detailed video on these four structures, craft and IELTS structure, or you would call it out, is the only portion from where the vocabulary questions are being tested. So whenever there is a vocabulary question, that comes from your craft and structure. There are four important verticals. Craft and structure becomes as the most important, most ideal one from which the vocabulary questions pop up. Now let's get started with the very first question, which is based on the hard level. Whenever you are reading a statement, make it a point, wherever there is a punctuation mark, okay, a pause should be there, then a punctuation mark is there, again a pause need to be there. So all the punctuation marks you see, just bring a pause at that statement. And whenever there is a blank, you have to check, does it blank require a positive answer or a negative answer? So you have to fill up this blank with some kind of a shadow word from your own. Shadow word means without looking at these words, you have to fill something from your own side. Now let's get started and read the exercise together. Now the question is, there is a Dutch philosopher. Dutch philosopher Baruch Spinoza argued as a part of his rejection of dualism that all things. Now he is arguing on something that is as a part of his rejection of dualism. And dualism is when two things exist, that is body and the mind. So two things are existing, that is dualism. That all things, living or not, have the inclination to continue to exist and enhance themselves. Now according to him, all the living things, living or not, they have the inclination, they are welcomed to continue to themselves, that they keep on enhancing themselves, continuing themselves. Conatus. Conatus is that they keep on existing and enhancing themselves. All things he believed. Now that is another statement. He believed that all things had a tendency to what? If they has a belief that they are increasing, they are developing on their own, so it will be maybe positive word and would only cease to be. अगर तभी रुकेंगे if acted by outside force. So it is like, according to his mindset, there is nothing, or you can say like dualism. All the things, they continue to exist. That is his mindset. Only they will stop if some external forces apply towards them. So we require the shadow word, that is that it continues to exist. So all the things he believed had the tendency to continue to grow. Some kind of this word can be there, or a shadow word from your side, it can be continue to exist only, the tendency to exist. That can be your shadow word. Now we have to find some similar word that is related to exist. We have been provided the four words. Let's simplify. Deteriorate. Deteriorate is to end something, vanishing, to become worse, negative word. Perish, again the word that is passing away, destroying, again a negative word. Disappearing, khatam hona, again a negative word. And then we have, if there are three negatives, the fourth is the ultimate answer. This you can do it by elimination method also. So the fourth is your persevere, and that is something you would say to continue trying to achieve something, that is to continue to exist, and this is the only positive word. And we needed a positive answer for that is the answer, that is persevere is the answer. So what becomes the explanation? Let's check out the explanation now. This is a vocabulary question. As I told you, it is from Craftsman's Ideas, as it's asking for a logical and precise word or phrase for the blank. Read the text and highlight what can help fill in the blank. That is a shadow word which we already filled. The text states that all things that are living or not have the inclination to exist and enhance themselves. That is, the things have the capability to exist and increase themselves. Phrase for the annotation box based on the information can be to exist, to develop, to hold on. That is a positive answer. A, B, D are wrong because and disappear are the opposites of exist and hold on. And C is the correct because persevere is the only positive word that matches with exist and hold on. So this was the first question which I got it for you. Now coming to the second part, and now let's start with the second question. I hope the first question is all clear. All you have to do is read the statement, stop over the punctuations, check the blank if it needs a positive or a negative answer, and then decode it through the elimination method. Thumbs up if you liked it out. And now let's start with the negative, or you can say the next question. Now again read the statement with me, but if you see any punctuation mark, guys, same way, a pause is there, then again a pause, again a pause, and then, and it is done. So let's read the statement together. Many species demonstrate rescue behavior. Now the species are demonstrating rescue behavior, that is to save something, to save somebody from something that is dangerous, and that is rescue behavior. A behavior in which an individual will help another in distress without any obvious benefit to the helper. So that is, many species demonstrate rescue behavior. They help other animals, helping them out. They don't have their own personal benefit, but they're helping the other person or other animal. In fact, they say this behavior dash. What this behavior? A recent study of Australian magpies, when some birds in the study helped other birds remove the trackers that researchers had placed upon them, making it more difficult for the researchers to obtain data. So it is like, in fact this behavior dash a recent study. अब ये behavior recent study को क्या कर रहा है? Is it helping it out? It is making it difficult for it. So it is making difficult to obtain data. So obviously if it is making difficult, it is a negative word which is being, because this is not helping the recent study, it is making difficult for them. So let's start. You have four options again. Aided, that is to help, and that is a positive word. Then it is your impeded, that is something to make difficult. So it is a positive, it is a negative. Exposed is to bring the statement out. When I'm exposing it out, I'm telling you something. And last is clarified, and clarified is I am giving an idea. That is also explaining it out. So expose hota hai batana. Clarify is also a neutral. Expose is also a neutral word. Cannot be in the positive or negative, but mostly in the positive ways. So that is only, that is, यहाँ पे shadow word क्या आ सकता था? Hinder कर रहा है, रोक रहा है, obstacle कर रहा है. That could be the shadow word over here. So we are left with one negative, and that is impeded. Let's read the explanation again, guys. Similar way, this is a vocabulary question as is asking a logical and precise word or phrase for the blank. Read the text and highlight what can help you fill in the blank. The text states that the bird behavior in the study made it more difficult for the researchers to obtain data. So a good word, similarly, I has already told you that would be hinder. Hindered, obstacle, that was a shadow word for us. A and C are wrong because aided and clarified are the opposite. We all know that we were given four options. Two of them were the positive, exposed was a neutral word, and impeded was the only word that was negative. And we needed a negative answer. B is correct because embedded matches hindered, and hindered or obstacle was something we were looking for. D is again wrong because it does not matches, though exposed was a neutral word. So this was all, and we have already solved the two exercises more for hard exercise. And now stay tuned for more questions. All the best, keep preparing and study hard. Take care. Bye-bye.